today is just like another day. We'll have matters as usual. I know your interest is basically FGM. Yes. And we know FGM is a criminal offense, punishable by law. So whoever is involved in FGM will find himself in court, and then we'll just follow the law. There will be evidence. If there is no evidence, we'll acquit. If there's evidence, we'll convict and punish as per the law. So we know that now we are having FGM going on in this region, and now that is your major interest. That's why you are here. People have been arrested, but so far we only have 2 who have been brought to court, who have taken plea, that the charges are there to them, and they pleaded not guilty, which means the matters will go for trial. Yes. We cannot say how long it will take to determine the matter, but as usual, we always do our best and ensure that matters related to FGM or children generally are heard and determined within the shortest time possible. Like, it's good they are coming at a time when we have the Children's Service Month, which means they will have beginning priority, so that at the end of the Children's Service Month, at least we'll have had the evidence of the children before they go back to school, but we don't delay the matter because they have gone back to school. You see, when they go back to school, at times it's difficult to get them, because some are in boarding, far away from their homes. So getting them becomes a problem. But this one, just the way I stated earlier, is good enough that it is coming at a time when we have the time to deal with the children. So I've seen there 2. I believe my colleague will take 1, I will take 1, and then we will deal with the matters. The laws are not soft. We don't need any new laws to deal with FGM. The laws are good enough. Because, you see, in a society, it's not how good the law is. It is how the society is responding to the law. Like where we are, we know it's as the Koreans actually take FGM as a very sad thing in their culture. Because I know, I'm not an expert in Korea culture, but I've heard that they are being told that if you're not subjected to FGM, no Korean man will marry you. I don't know how true that it is, but that's what they say. So, the laws are there. I think they're punitive enough, because if you are convicted of an FGM offense, it's a minimum of 3 years, a minimum of 200,000. That's, I think, it's punitive enough. We don't need new laws. We don't need new laws at all in terms of FGM. But the problem is our neighboring countries, for example, here Tanzania, I don't know how their laws is strong on FGM, because we realize that most of this FGM are done in Tanzania. They cross the border, it is done that they come back. But some are done within the locality here. So for us, as far as the law is concerned, I'm confident that the law is strong enough.
Maybe.
No, as a country, we cannot say that we can have laws to deal with our neighboring countries. Each country has its own laws. Maybe what can be done is the intergovernmental discussion, so that they can also have laws which prohibit female genital mutilation. Like I know there's one in Uganda, which is almost like ours. But Tanzania, they're still a little bit weak, because there's a lot of AGM going on in Tanzania. AGM was done it was done here in December last year. So we received around more than 20, but most of them have been concluded. The remaining ones are very few, and the remaining ones are still pending because of getting of the children. Some of the children have not been able to come to court for one reason or the other. Some have just disappeared, can't be located to come and testify. Otherwise, in those matters where it is available, we have dealt with them. And there's one which really went viral, although there's a confusion on the filters we are being used. The one which happened in Timaru, you remember? The lady was assaulted and forced to go to FGM. I've concluded the matter, and out of the 4 people, we were able to convict 1. Fortunately or unfortunately for her, they paid for her the fine. Now you see, she's back to the village. But she paid the 200,000, within a span of less than 1 week. So you can see people we are preparing to pay for her. Because she's a very old lady, but within a span of less than 1 week, she has paid the fine and gone back home. The cause of concern is deal with the offender, is to hear the matter, either convict or acquit, and once it's convicted, then now it comes to the issue of sentencing. Once sentenced, the offender either serves the sentence or pays a fine, like this one paid a fine and went back home. We cannot follow beyond that. Yes, now we leave to the other agencies like the shared cultures. Each community has its own cultures. So Kuria, this FGM is a serious problem for them. It is everywhere. The whole of Kuria community, like now you can see the ones who are now coming in are in Mabera. But so much as I'm concerned, for the time I've been here, Mabera is not a hotspot for FGM. The hotspot is here to erupt, and that is Ntimaru. Yes. So if you see signs in Mabera, be ready for Ntimaru. Yes. So we must, the agencies who are concerned with prevention must be prepared for Ntimaru. They're just a tip of an iceberg, the Mabera issue. So we should not focus so much on Mabera. We should now change our gears to Ntimaru for those who are on the preventive side. So you need no support for us. We only wait to be brought to us. Then we deal with them as per the law. But you see, this issue of FGM, I've always said, causes a lot of problems after it's done. Because after it's done, that's where now early child marriage comes in. You agree on that? Yes. Because when the child is subjected to FGM, the next thing is marriage. The father says, now I want cows, we are now a grown up. Then after that, now this child drops out of school. You can see the chain now. The child drops out of school, the girl. So this girl has been subjected to FGM, early marriage, now school is ended there. And this is a circle, you can see the circle. She'll get married, maybe to some boy also did not go to school. They give birth to children, they don't see the value of education. So once they take a child to school, class 4, class 3, the child drops out, they don't even care. So the Kuria community must actually end FGM by all means. And apart from just arresting them and bringing them to court, the NGOs around should go to the village and do what we call sensitization of the community, so they realize the benefits of not doing FGM. There are other rites of passage which a girl can go through without being subjected to FGM, which is far much better with a lot of benefits, as opposed to FGM, which has just negative until end. And the elders, I know the major people who encourage this thing are the elders. They should be sensitized on the other rites of passage for their girls, so that they don't subject our girls to FGM. It is very bad. It's actually inhuman to remove a part of a human being. Just like killing the person. Imagine someone removes your hand. We have other communities who are practicing FGM, but they have really reduced the level. Like the Kushite community. There's some little in the Rift Valley, that side of Turkana, Kidogo, but they have really reduced. So I encourage you people to go to the villages, talk to these people. No prevention is better than cure. Let's not wait for them to arrest them. They do it and then we arrest them. That will not assist much. The best thing is to teach them. Tell them this is not good. Let us look for alternative ways of bringing up these girls. That is my major message to the Kuria community.